Hey everybody, welcome to our second episode of Tiger Talk.
We're your hosts. I'm Jevin Johnson. I'm in 5th grade.
I'm Miller. I'm in the 4th grade.
And I'm Carolyn. I am also in the 4th grade.
We are E students at John Tyson Elementary School in Springdale, Arkansas.
We are empowered to connect with you through this podcast thanks to East and our principal, Mrs. Poage.
On today's episode, we'll be talking with Arkansas's Elementary Principal of the Year, everyone's favorite principal, and our very own proud principal, Mrs. Poage. Welcome.
Thank you for joining us, Miss Poage. We are happy to have you here, and we're excited to get to know more about you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mrs. Poage, this podcast was your vision. Where did you come up with that idea, and why did you think it was important for students at JTE to have the opportunity to produce a podcast?
That's a really good question. I listen to podcasts when I'm going to work and back from work to home and to learn new things because that's a good use of my time.
Cool.
And I started thinking, gosh, our kids are so empowered at Tyson. I bet they could come up with a podcast that they could do. And students could be empowered to have voice and choice in what the podcasts were about. So that's how it got started.
Cool.
Yes. Is there a guest you would love to see us have on the podcast?
Well, I would love to see some principals come and visit our school, like Mrs. Cooper at Parson Hills or Miss Ryan from Walker Elementary, and they could see what we're doing and maybe take that back to their schools.
Okay, we will work on that.
We surveyed the kids at JTE and asked what they would like to know about you.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Peyton would like to know if Miss Poage is your real name.
Well, that is my real last name. My full name is Shelly Renee Poage.
Cool. Where did you grow up?
I grew up in a town that's close to here called Farmington, Arkansas.
Okay.
When is your birthday?
May 2nd.
Do you have any siblings?
Yes, I have a sister and a brother.
Nayeli would like to know if you were flexible when you were 10 or 11.
So flexible has a couple of meanings. Flexible meaning like gymnastics and splits and cartwheels and things and can bend. When I was young, yes, I was a cheerleader and in dance and I could do splits and cartwheels and all those things. But also I think flexible in your thinking, and I would say yes to that too.
Evan asked, when you were our age, did you play sports?
Yes. I loved basketball, softball. I ran track, cheerleading, dance, anything I could do, I loved it.
Cool.
Nice.
That's cool.
Why did you become a principal?
Well, I was a teacher for 7 years before I became a principal. I taught 2nd grade for 3 years, and then I taught 4th grade for 4 years, and then I became a principal because you can help more kids. So in my classroom, when I was a teacher, I could help about 28 kids maybe, but when you're a principal, you can help the whole school.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
How long have you been a principal?
20 years.
Wow.
Yeah, that's this is my 28th year in education. So if you add it up, so I was 3 years. Well, it's actually my 21st year. It's not over yet, but in education of this school year. But yeah, 7 years in teaching and 21 years in principalship.
Is being a principal easy or hard?
Oh, that's a good question. You know what I tell people is it's the hardest job I've ever loved. And when you think about that, it's hard sometimes, but it's so rewarding, you know?
Yeah.
Carter asked if being a principal was fun.
It's so much fun. Look what we're doing right now. Isn't this fun?
Yes.
Yes.
Our passion projects are fun. When we had the school board this week was fun. All of the projects I get to see you guys doing and the TNT videos. And even though we face challenges, we work through it and work together as a school family. So this job is just a lot of fun.
What do you do during the day?
Well, each day is different, which is kind of why I love my job. But sometimes I'm meeting with teachers, I'm working with students, I'm talking with parents. We are trying to order things, find substitutes sometimes, which is hard. Trying to think about the future and how it can help us meet our goals. So those are things I'm doing. Learning new things, too, all the time.
Yoel asked what the principal does when everybody is gone.
I check my email. I return phone calls. I might be reading or researching. I might be in a Zoom meeting. Lots of things.
Cool. How long have you been at Tyson?
This is my 5th year at Tyson.
Okay. Danelli asked if you like pizza.
I love pizza. And you know what I found out? There is a type of pizza I'd never tried before, and I loved it. It was called hamburger pizza. I don't know if you guys have tried it, but you need to try hamburger pizza.
I've heard of it.
Well, I like pizza.
Yeah, well, I like hamburgers and I like pizza, and I think you might like hamburger pizza.
Shepard wants to know what your favorite candy is.
I don't really eat a lot of candy, but if I did eat it, it would be like a Three Musketeers type candy bar.
Okay, they're good.
Crystal would like to know if you like to ride a bike.
I love riding bikes because you get to be outside, feel the fresh air, be in nature, I like to ride it with my husband or my kids, and it's just a lot of fun.
Have you ever gone around Lake Fayetteville?
Yes, I have, and I always feel like it's good exercise too. So I always feel great after I finish a bike ride.
Cool.
Okay. What are some things that you enjoy doing outside of school?
I love to spend time with family. I love to cook. I love to eat. I love to garden, play games, be outside.
Jesus asked what your favorite game is.
I like to play just about any type of game. I like cards. I like any of the board games. When one of my grandsons come over, we have to play tic-tac-toe 100 times. And I even like that.
Cool. Ruth asked if you play sports or dance.
I don't play sports or dance technically right now, but I did when I was younger. I was on a dance team and cheerleading, and of course played almost every sport I think our school offered. But I don't play on a sports team right now.
Where do you like to go on vacation?
Oh boy, anywhere. But one of my favorite spots is the beach. I love the sound of the ocean, hearing the seagulls, the waves, just the wind. I love it. The sand. So it's one of my favorites.
Cool.
You always tell us that readers are leaders. So what is your favorite kids' book?
Well, I used to read Goodnight Moon to my kids every night before they went to sleep. One of my favorites I think I was in the 3rd or 4th grade, I read Island of the Blue Dolphins by Scott Odell. And that one, I just really always loved it. Even as an adult, I've read it again and still love it.
Cool. Victor would like to know about your hobbies.
Okay. Well, I would say gardening, cooking, and reading. Those are my top 3.
Cool.
Sounds fun.
Hennessy wants to know if you like spicy foods or chips that are spicy.
I like all food. Is that a good answer? I love spicy food. Sometimes my family doesn't like it as much as I do, so I don't get to eat it as much unless I go to a restaurant or something because I have to kind of not make it too spicy for them.
Cool.
Yeah, I love spicy food.
Me too.
Yes. Valeria asked what is your favorite cake?
I have tried a cake once that I really love, and it's got like raspberry filling in the middle of it. So it's like a vanilla cake maybe with raspberry filling.
Sounds yummy.
That sounds interesting.
But let me just say and add, I love all cake. Chocolate cake, it doesn't really matter. I'm a fan of cake.
Cool. Jeremy would like to know if you have gone somewhere other than the USA, like China or Spain.
I have been to Mexico. I've been to Canada. I've been to Scotland. I've been to New Zealand. Man, I think that's it.
Wow.
I've been
Nice.
to Canada also.
Yeah, actually, guys, about 3 years ago, I went to New Zealand, and that's where I got a lot of our ideas about being empowered, about our learner qualities and learning pit model and trying to own our own learning so we can research what we're passionate about, our passion projects. All that actually came from an idea and things I saw when I visited New Zealand schools 3 years ago.
Cool.
That's cool. Ruth asked if you know how to talk in another language.
Not fluently, but I know some words in some languages, like hola and Yahweh or hello.
Mm-hmm.
So hola in Spanish and Yahweh in Marshallese, but not very much. I wish I did.
What is your favorite color, food, and animal?
My favorite color, it changes, but right now I love red. I don't know why, but I love red. And of course I love orange because tigers.
Mm-hmm.
And what was the other questions?
Food and animal.
I love spaghetti. I love enchiladas, tacos, and
Favorite animal.
tiger. Gotta love a tiger. I love all animals. Giraffe. I love it. So it's so interesting, so tall. So yeah.
Cool. Ethan would like to know your spirit animal.
Gosh, what does a spirit animal mean?
So a spirit animal is, it depends on the either your personality, or your zodiac sign,
Okay.
or your birth date.
Okay, well my birth date is
Yeah,
oh, go ahead, Miller.
Yeah, I was looking, and isn't your birthday on May the 2nd?
Mm-hmm.
I think yours is a beaver.
No, it's a Taurus the bull. And a Taurus the bull kind of stands for being strong, loyal, a fierce friend. So
Mhm.
I say yes on that.
Cool.
That's cool. Okay. Speaking of animals, as you know, our school mascot is a tiger. If you're a tiger, what sound would you make?
Roar.
Nice.
That's good.
I practiced that just
Impressive.
in case.
We are using Tiger Talk to spread positivity. What is the best way you know to spread positivity?
Well, I have been writing cards to people and putting it in their mailboxes or mailing it to them. And I think that's trying to spread positivity this week, actually, is what I've done.
That's nice.
Cool. All right, listeners, give Ms. Pogue suggestion to try this week and spread positivity in your world.
Wow, Miss Pope, we have learned a lot about you today. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you for talking with us today.
This podcasting is fun.
We've had a lot of fun.
Up next, we will talk with members of our school board and the superintendent of the Springdale School District.
Tiger, talk to you later.
Roar.